We're probably at the midpoint of humanity's evolution because neither one of these ideals have freed themselves from a government in power, willing to submit everyone else, that is still the human mammal, establishing subjective hierarchy structures based on the power of the alpha elite, disempowering every member to take responsibility for life itself. That is fine in the wild of Africa, amongst animals, but in the wild of culture, if each human being doesn't take responsibility for life right now, we're heading towards self-destruction in minutes. Today, we can only take responsibility for what we're titled. So if we are a biologist, we shouldn't talk about anthropology. And if we're a physicist, we shouldn't talk about literature. And the credo is that no one knows enough to know the truth about anything unless they've become the diva that some institution creates. Ethics, metaphysics, the realm of being, or ontology are too complicated to study, and probably only people that don't have to make a living can study them. So the full realm of being is relegated to a mysterious place in a university that everyone else can't visit. Who thinks they're conscious enough to impose themselves on any one of us? Most people have to work to survive, and to do so, they must submit to the economic status quo that serves the 1% of humanity, just like the members of a cult must only serve the guru himself. In Jonestown, 909 people committed suicide because they systematically disempowered themselves to respond for themselves and life. And when the guru told them to commit suicide, they killed their children first, and they killed themselves. Culture is what we love, because we only cultivate around what we need and love. But in today's culture, we work because we need to make a living, even if we have to destroy nature, other people, and ourselves as we do so. Everyone who can make a living can do so at the service of a church that can do so if they are at the service of a church that appropriated the realm of eternity as its private property. A government at the service of the economic 1% that appropriated the nation as its private property. Or an academy that appropriated knowledge as its private property. Each one of these ideals of integrity is present in the structure of our being. The mind's integrity comes from the wisdom to protect each other in lawful communities, in our political practice. The emotion's integrity is present in the love with which we can connect, and we can only survive if we are willing to actualize the integrity of our consciousness as human beings in our everyday practice. We don't need to belong to political cults with dictators forcing us to kill each other, religious cults forcing us to commit suicide, or economic cults forcing us to compete with each other in the destruction of nature to make the 1% richer than they already are. I challenge you to go out and actualize the revolution of being by empowering yourself in the understanding that you're responsible for maintaining life alive for all future generations, where the power of eternity can actualize itself in our everyday lives. Integrity is our birthright. Consciousness is the experience of ourselves as an aspect, as an integrity with all people and things, with the universe in its totality. Each life is a gift to practice that consciousness in our families, societies, and humanity. Everything else is unconsciousness. Every 44 seconds, someone commits suicide. And humanity as a whole is in a process of self-destruction, inasmuch as we are destroying nature and each other. Consciousness is the practice of realizing our integrity in our everyday lives. Thank you.